Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're going to explore a highly structured, totally game-changing morning routine. It's a method that literally transformed one creator's life, taking them from constant, frustrating failure all the way to absolute clarity.
So, I want you to think about this honestly for a second. The exact moment your eyes open, before you even stretch or get out of bed, what's the very first thing you do? If you're like most of us, you probably reach straight for your phone. You're squinting with one eye just to check WhatsApp or maybe do a quick scroll through Reels. And hey, it feels harmless, right? It's just a quick way to wake up your brain.
But that innocent little habit leads directly into what we call the 10-minute morning trap. Because let's be real, what starts as a quick scroll almost invisibly turns into 25 minutes of consuming rapid-fire, completely random content. And here's that trap in action. You actually feel pretty entertained while you're watching, but flash forward just 2 hours later and a really harsh pattern sets in. You get hit with this wave of dullness, unexplained guilt, a sudden sadness, and honestly, this depressing feeling that everyone else out there is winning at life while you're just stuck. To figure out why this awful crash happens, we have to look at what you're actually doing to your brain on a chemical level the literal second you wake up. First up is dopamine. Think of dopamine as your brain's achievement reward hormone. It's the chemical specifically designed to motivate you to take action, do hard work, and actually succeed. But if you get a massive dopamine hit first thing in the morning just by watching a funny or highly motivational reel in bed, your brain gets completely tricked. It thinks you've already achieved something significant today. So it essentially kills your natural drive and hunger to accomplish real tasks for the rest of the day. You've given yourself the reward without doing the work.
Then, on the flip side of that, we have cortisol. This is your stress trigger hormone. It's meant to keep you alert in genuinely dangerous situations or when things are completely out of your control. But if the first video you see triggers stress, anger, or anxiety, your brain releases cortisol unnecessarily. You are literally putting yourself into a frantic, stressed-out state before you've even thrown off the covers.
It's a crazy contrast when you really think about it. Normally, in the real world, you have to earn that dopamine through actual effort, and your cortisol only spikes for real, tangible challenges. But your phone, it flips this entirely upside down, hijacking your biological motivators before you even brush your teeth. And the daily cost of scrambling your brain chemistry like this is huge. By feeding your brain random info immediately, you're practically guaranteeing you'll be chronically tired and lack interest in your daily tasks. Worst of all, you burn out your receptors, meaning you won't even be able to feel genuine happiness if you do achieve something great that day.
To escape this vicious cycle, the creator we're analyzing today made a radical change. They summed up their turnaround by saying, "I had no plan and kept failing. Now I have a clear plan for the next 5 years." So how did they go from completely lost to mapping out their entire future?
Well, that brings us to the solution, the 30-minute morning rule. It is remarkably simple, but it requires a highly structured, disciplined approach to the very first half hour of your day. Here is exactly how the immediate post-sleep flow works. First, you wake up. The creator uses 5 a.m. as an example, but honestly, just choose the time that works for you. Second, take care of your basic hygiene. Brush your teeth, drink a glass of water. Third, and this is absolutely crucial, you sit in complete silence for 5 minutes. And fourth, under no circumstances do you check your phone. You just sit there and analyze whatever thoughts naturally bubble up to your mind. After sitting in silence for 5 minutes, your brain is essentially a clean slate. Now you have to actively feed it positive data using a highly specific journaling framework. Step 1 is a structured gratitude practice. You physically write out thanks to the universe, to a specific person in your life, and importantly, to yourself. Then you follow that up with hard affirmations, stating that you are happy and healthy, that you have a beautiful family, and acknowledging something you deeply care about. You are manually programming positivity right into your mind. Step 2 is goal setting. Now, the creator points out that even if you feel entirely lost in life and have no idea what you're doing, you have to force yourself to choose a goal. You write down 2 specific things you want to accomplish today and 2 specific things for this month. By doing this in the first 30 minutes, you're storing these targets directly into your freshly rested brain. Finally, step 3 is manifestation. You write down your desires as if they're already true today. Your ideal bank balance, complete health recovery, a loving family. The creator insists you just have to trust the process here and write it with your whole heart, even if it feels a little bit silly at first. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, what if you absolutely hate writing? Well, don't worry. The creator offers an alternative that works just as well to get you out of that morning trap.
If you won't journal, you must take a 30-minute silent walk. But there are strict rules. Leave the house entirely alone. Bring absolutely no phone, no music, no podcasts, zero distractions. Walk in total silence. And here's the wild part. Literally talk to yourself out loud. The creator explains that when you start conversing with yourself in total isolation, you'll uncover answers to life questions you didn't even know you had.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but does it actually work? This isn't just fluffy theory. Let's look at the actual, tangible results this exact framework produced for our creator.
Just look at this timeline. 3 months ago, they were in total confusion with zero life plan. 2 months ago, they hit absolute rock bottom. 2 of their YouTube channels were demonetized and they had to shut them down completely. But 1 month ago, they started this exact 30-minute rule and launched a brand new Instagram page from scratch. And today, they report having incredible clarity, a solid 5-year plan, and a thriving new online presence.
7,000. That is the number of followers the creator gained organically on their brand new page in less than a month. They attribute this slow, steady, and very real progress directly to reclaiming their morning focus.
And 30 is the magic number here. The creator challenges you to try either the journaling or the silent walk for just 30 days. Give your brain 1 month of natural, screen-free mornings before you judge the results. See what kind of clarity you can uncover.
Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway from this explainer. If you're letting a random algorithm dictate your brain chemistry, your mood, and your life goals before you even get out of bed, who is really in charge of your future? Are you going to continue surrendering your potential to a screen, or will you take back the first 30 minutes of your day tomorrow? The choice is entirely yours, and it's sitting right there on your nightstand.